Hey traders, this is Marco on the 5th of August. Yeah, and it's another Friday. The same as last week and the week before, I decided to make another bar by bar. Since Mack is not doing any chart lesson on Fridays, I was thinking to do that and to help you guys understanding the current market. Yeah, as you can see on the top left here at 7:30 today, there is a news event, and around the news I'm not trading. So you can see on the chart it's 7:45 already, and yeah, there was a huge sell-off after the news. So the market seemed to absolutely not like what was reported there. But for us it doesn't matter because we can trade in any kind of situation. And what I'm doing is when I'm coming to the PC, I'm marking up the chart and waiting for the opening. And this is what I see so far. This huge sell-off, the range here. And yeah, potential retest of this lows here. Prices are heading to this now. So maybe there's even another channel, some spike here. And we're finding some ground. Going a bit lower. Okay, and that looks like another little range to me. So I'm drawing this. I will treat it for now as this here. And this is very interesting because you can see this little short-term trend working higher. We have a break here and we have a lower high here. You can see it also from here. There's a new high, tested once, tested twice. Within this range, this is here second entry short on this bar, but I would not take it because we have this spike down in the new low already. But on this lower high, right of the EMA and right of the range highs, I consider taking a short here. Also the shorter term channel played out. You can see break, new high. So I like this short here. Okay, this is even another lower high, so from here it's also getting a bit congestive, so you have to decide yourself what to do, if you leave on break even or if you stay. Personally, I'm staying into the trade, so I would not leave here and wait how it plays out. The stop loss is one tick above the signal bar. And yes, the profit target, I'm going for 6 ticks always, is like around here, I would say. So we would have scalped out, we would be out of the trade, most probably no runner. And prices go lower. I'm increasing this a bit, marking the range, giving it some gold. Yeah, you can see prices reacting to this resistance of the range, but it looks very congestive, so there's nothing to take. And maybe the range is a bit higher. If we do it like this, we have a touch here, touch here, touch here. This is a lower high, but in the middle of the range, so no trade here. And this is interesting as well, because you can see from this spike down, we have a break, new low. Then we have this range forming here. We have this low here, tested once, tested twice. This is the third test. Also, we have a second entry long here. Second entries are not that important in ranges. but if they appear, then there speaks nothing against taking them. And we have first entry short, second entry short, failure. So many reasons to go long here. Also, I like this bar. I mean, there's -1 tick, but it's almost a perfect bullish bar. So I consider going long here. But please notice it's right at the opening, 8:28. At 8:30 the markets are opening. So if you just don't want to take the risk, then you can skip that. But yeah, this is a trade I would take now. Okay, this is a doji bar. It's bouncing off the EMA and the middle of the range. There is some resistance here, but I would still stay inside the trade. Okay, we have the opening now. You can see when the color is changing, and we would be out of the trade with a nice runner. Target could be the range highs. I'm drawing the shorter term channel line here. You can see it. Bounce back to the EMA, increasing the range a bit. And that shows us something, because we have the breakout of the range, we pull back into the range, and look at this bar here. This bar is taking out the whole bearish bar from before, and that shows me that there is some bullish momentum coming in. So I would not wonder if we go higher here a bit. This is still congestive here. We're going higher. You can see another channel. You can see I'm making channels from the low. First touch, second touch. Adjusting a bit. Also to the top side. Break off this channel. I'm drawing always the shorter term lines to see breaks of them better. So this broke here. Oof. But prices are not coming back to the EMA. Instead, they're forming some mini congestion here, but nothing we can take. I would like to see prices coming back to the EMA at least to consider some long trade here. But this looks very strong bullish. Okay, we're not coming back to the EMA. First break, retest of the highs. So this little channel here played out. Drawing more lines. Break, new high. So this one also played out. And we are bouncing back. Reaction to the EMA. Another reaction. It doesn't show that EMA is providing some good support, because we would like to see a reaction here, a heavy reaction with some strong bullish bars. Okay, here we're getting something. This is a first entry long, nothing we can take. Okay, and here's the reaction. Here is a higher low now. The thing about this here, it looks congestive in general. You can see prices made a new high here, came back, went below the EMA, coming back again, bouncing above the EMA. But if you consider these bars here, the last 3-4 bars, prices are not moving too much here. And also this little channel here and this little shorter term channel here played out. So I would not risk taking a long here, because we have no active structure. And when you are not sure about the context, then just skip and wait until you see something. Okay. If we went put our order here, we wouldn't have been triggered. There's no trigger here. Not sure if that would be the trigger now, but yeah, we decided before not to take it, so. And we are dropping below the EMA. There can be even some shorter term channel here. First break, new low. And maybe there is some little support forming here. Because right now this looks very random. Or maybe we can try to put the channel maybe like so. Check this, because the top is fitting very well. No, maybe we go with this now. Well, there's a big reaction to this channel here, and we have the third touch of this little support that I drew before. Prices made a new low here. First test, second test, and with this strong bullish bar and confirmation of this channel here that I just drew, I would consider a long here. If you take it from here, it's also first entry, pull back, and if it triggers above this, it's a second entry long. Okay, this bar is something that we really don't like to see. It's some inside bar of this stronger bullish bar. There's no trigger yet, so you can decide if you cancel the trade or if you stick to it. But as I said, if we are not going lower here and breaking this, I see this channel as confirmed and would stick to the order on this second entry and double test right off the key entry point of this channel and above the EMA. So I would still stick to this order. Yeah, and here the order would be triggered and we will be out of the trade already. There's a reaction of the midline. You can see prices touching the line and bouncing back a bit. And we're going higher above the midline and check off the midline. I can see some shorter term channel here. I will color the channels a bit for you so you can see it better. Like so. First break. Bounce back to the EMA. No trade here, no trade here. First entry long. This is a pullback. So that would be a second entry long, but we cannot take this. Look at this bar, it's a doji bar and in general it's congestive. 2-3 bars are stacked up. That's pure congestion for me. So nothing we can take. One more doji. And we are going lower. Maybe we have to adjust the channel a bit, like so. The highs are still fitting. You can see the midline is fitting very well, respected here. Prices moving along here, also here, here. So I like this channel. Okay. Bounce off the lower channel line. Some higher low would be nice, but we're taking off here. So I'm drawing the line, coming back. Okay, this is interesting. Higher low. We have this shorter term uptrend line here, first break. So I'm expecting a retest of that. And also if we take this as, let's say, last highs, this is a higher low, so the first target would be here. Of course, when the charts alive and ticking. You cannot measure this too fast because you have to react fast, but 1.5 ticks, I would consider this trade as a long. This is a higher low, right off the key entry point, right off the EMA. We have the shorter term channel here, first break, so retest of that, at least to this highs that prices have been made before. Okay, that would be enough. Would be out of the trade. And if you had the runner would have survived. And we're going higher. Always draw your channels. I think I say this many times, but it's super important. When you're doing this for some time, you start seeing this automatically, but when you're starting with this, draw your channels. Really, this is super important. Okay, we have a bounce here, so the channel is more than in play now. Coming back, reaction of the midline of the channel, bounce, that's interesting. Another reaction, bounce, and this is pure congestion. Nothing we can take here. Interesting. We are not coming back to the EMA, so this is a strong uptrend here. Normally prices are bouncing back to the EMA, taking off then, but here price is not even coming back. It's a very strong bullish sign. Touching here, breaking out of this range, but nothing we can take. If you consider a short here, you counter trend, and that can end up very bad for you. Should not do that. Reaction of the midline. You can see the perfect bounce here. Oh, and even more prices bouncing here, taking off, coming back, and moving all the way up here. But we cannot take this because here you can see resistance. And so far away from the EMA, there's no trade here. We cannot take this. And it looks like that we're overshooting this channel. There's an overshoot here. Many times after an overshoot, prices break the channel after that and are not making a retest of the highs. So I would be very careful now taking any more longs, because this is clearly an overshoot here. So right now we can just wait. Reaction of the EMA is still positive. There is some support here. And that looks like a little range. Yeah, you can see prices are not going any higher, and now pending between this area here. This is the midline, the channel resistance. These are the closing prices from yesterday. So maybe prices tried just to close this gap between yesterday's close and today's open. Interesting. This is the range here. And there's a breakout of this range. Most breakouts fail, but signal bar is bad. Cannot take anything here. There's nothing that I like. And now we're waiting for a reaction of the uptrend channel. Maybe there's a trend here. We're breaking the trend, coming back, testing the EMA, going lower. Maybe the channel is more like this. Yeah, that looks better. We have like the touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here, touch here. Prices go lower. Remember I said there was an overshoot here. After the overshoot, many times there is followed by a break of the channel. So we have the break here. First break also of this smaller downtrend channel. So this is interesting to see now. There's some trend working higher here, but it's breaking new high. And we're going lower again. There's a lower high here. But the situation here is unclear now. We are not 100% sure if prices want to retest this highs or want to retest the lows of this channel here. So when you're not sure, just wait. Okay, maybe there is a channel working like this. Yeah, that fits. You can see starting from here, touch here, touch here, touch here, and this is a lower high from this last high, and it's a touch of the channel, but we are slightly above the EMA. If this bar was below the EMA, I consider this as a first entry long, second entry long failure. But no, with this small bar, I don't like that. I would like to see a more bearish bar below, with finish below the EMA to take this. Okay, and it's a doji, so no topic at all. Okay, and of course you're taking lower. Coming back to the channel, but there is also a trend working. Break. Maybe the channel is a bit wider, like this. It's the first entry short. I would like to see a pullback here with a finish below here. Okay, prices didn't make a new high, so technically this is not a second entry short, and also it's very congested, so I think we can just skip. Or you consider this as a very aggressive trade, like a hidden second entry short, but no, this bars are stacked up, so I would skip that. Of course, again, same like here, it's taking lower. This happens many times, that you're missing out, but this is how it is. I mean, we are waiting for the best trades of the day. You need 1 or 2 trades to make a living out of that, so you don't have to rush or force any trades and risk some losers. Now you can see the channel line was respected here. This is a first entry short, but I would like to see prices coming back to this level first. Increasing this and marking it. What color? Maybe gray. And we have an overshoot here. If you consider this, you cannot take this. It's far below the EMA, and yeah, there's like, you would go short right into this support line where price is bouncing consistently, so you can't take this if you consider it. Drawing the lines, break low, and what I can see, there's some strong selling coming here, so maybe we draw a different channel. This is strong selling. Prices cannot come back to the EMA and we are overshooting this down channel already. So there's some very strong selling. You can see also this bearish bars, they're closing almost perfectly on their lows. So this shows me, and look at this. This is straight drop down, straight drop down, straight drop down, straight drop down. This is crazy. But we have to wait and see what's happening. Wow, this is super bearish. Don't think about taking any longs because that will cut you in pieces. But prices come back now to the EMA. Maybe we get some second entry short here or something. So first entry pushing above the EMA. That's interesting. Okay, that would be our second entry bar, signal bar. But yeah, we have now the shorter term uptrend, break new high. The signal bar more looks like a doji, and it's finishing above the EMA. With a finish below, I would trust it more. So I know we have a second entry short here, but because of the reasons that I just mentioned, I'm too afraid to take this, I think, because the EMA is in the way and prices push strongly above this, so they can just bounce here and go higher again. So no, I would skip this. Of course it's going lower now again, great. Okay, some congestion here. Okay, and price is moving sideways now. Maybe some little range here. No, nothing we can take. Right now we have no idea what's going on, so when you have no idea, just wait until you see the context. But I don't see anything here. Going lower again. Maybe it's even a bigger range like this. Wow, no idea. This is nothing we can consider. Really, I mean, we see the live price action here now, but there's no structure or context that I can consider a trade here. I mean, you can see prices go above the EMA, below the EMA, above, below. There is now some little resistance coming from the EMA. You can see prices got rejected here, another rejection here, but with this range here, this bar is too big anyway, so we cannot go short here. Maybe even bigger. Next, like this. Time to color. And price action. Okay, we have a reaction now here. This is a higher low, but long right into this support. Resistance of this range doesn't make sense. It's a breakout, but no signal bar. And we're staying in this range. Interesting day. Not too much price action, as you can see. Trying to get everything here on the chart. So yeah, we had this huge sell-off after the news, congestion, retest of the lows, range with triple test of the highs, then triple test of the lows with a very nice second entry, felt second entry short, going higher here, congestion, going higher here, no entry here because no pullback to the MA, going higher here, nothing interesting. There was a higher low here. I explained the reasons not to take a trade, but then here coming back to the support, this we could take as a higher low and as a second entry long with push above the EMA, going higher, coming back, nothing here, and then there was a higher low here. Consider only taking this when there's enough space to the last highs, but in this case it was, so that was a higher low trade here, so you could take this. Taking off, range, no comeback to the EMA, no comeback to EMA. Here's like a slight touch, but it's way too big, this bar, so no trade here because we're close to this resistance. Then overshoot, range, nothing here. We're breaking the trend, breaking the shorter term trend, nothing here, no setup. Lower high here, but too far away from the EMA, and the context is not very clear if we see a retest of this or retest of this, so just skip. Then this one here was interesting as a lower high, but finish short before the EMA, so no setup, taking lower, no second entry short here, taking lower, lower, touching, not coming back to this support, so that shows some bearish momentum, going lower, overshooting, forming a new structure, no trades here because we are way below the EMA, no pullback yet, yeah, and then sideways action, and from there nothing. So this could be some profit taking from the traders during the week. We rallied this week, we had some very positive days, so traders taking profits before the weekend. I hope you liked it. That's it for today. And yeah, I hope you learned something, and I wish you a great weekend, and yeah, see you next week. See ya.